And we are back playing Minecraft 1.16. This would be a good time to mention to like the video, comment, subscribe. Helps me, helps the channel, tells YouTube this is the kind of content that you enjoy watching. Aha! There you little critters are. No wonder I couldn't find you. You're all the way over here. Yep, there they are. Okay, looks like that was all of them finally. Hopefully. Probably not, considering, you know, silverfish will be silverfish. But I figured since it was such a good opportunity, I wanted to go ahead and use the small window of opportunity I had to try and locate them, and I found them, and I'm happy. I got some iron, I got some redstone, I dug down to Bedrock. A lot of good things happened. I killed silverfish. A lot of good things. Yeah. So, in addition to digging down to Bedrock, I have managed to generate quite the mess here. Obviously, since I'm, you know, filling in this hole with cobblestone. Because I don't want a giant hole leading off the side of my mine. Oh, right. There we go. Okay. We're getting there. How does the rest of this look? Of course there'd be more. That makes sense. What was I doing last episode? It's literally the next day. I'm recording this the day before I'm supposed to upload them. So I'm only one day ahead. I need to get ahead of schedule because I have a D&D session on Friday. So I need to go ahead and get started on getting everything all nice and prepared for me to have some time off so that I can play Dungeons and Dragons with my friends. But in the meantime, I need to get to work on digging out the rest of this mine. I know it's not very entertaining just watching me dig stone and cobblestone all day, but it is what it is. I need to excavate. I need to make sure I have my materials so that I can build a really amazing base. This is part of playing Minecraft, you know? This is the Let's Play series. This is the Let's Play part of the Let's Play series. Without this part, you don't really get very far in Minecraft because you're just gonna sit around in a dirt hut all day, and that's not very entertaining. You want something a little bit better than a dirt hut. That being said, I'm still in a dirt hut myself. Mostly I'm living out of this mine. So I guess I don't really have much room to argue on that one, but it is what it is. The mine is looking rather decent. As you might have noticed, I have all of these lovely pumpkins. If you're new here, welcome. This is my Minecraft Let's Play survival series. I'm listed on YouTube as Blue64. However, I might stand out a little more by my other moniker, which is Blue Nexus Gaming. That is what I have designated as my company, I guess I could say. The name Blue64 is, of course, not extremely unique. There's really not much uniqueness to be had with a color and a number. But there's apparently a few different YouTubers with my exact same name, and there's a few different television shows apparently with the exact same name, and there's even a gamer over in China, I think, that has the same name. So the title Blue64 is extremely common, extremely overused. I'm not surprised that the majority of the games I play have Blue64 already reserved. So Blue Nexus Gaming was my go-to choice for Patreon, as it was a lot more unique. It helps me stand out from the crowd a lot more. If you're new to Minecraft, I should point out that the Efficiency 1 enchantment on this iron pickaxe is allowing me to mine faster than normal. Not much faster, but faster. It helps. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. So, this is a silverfish. The trick to fighting them is to piss them off, because you want them to call all of their friends. Because once they call all of their friends, they break all of their little blocks, and then they come out to attack you, and then you can just beat them up. And it's really easy to do because they have so little health and they're very weak, but at the same time, they do not drop whatever block they burst out of. So you really want to take care of them, because otherwise they will start rather quickly destroying your base, which is a bad thing if you built your base out of stone. If you didn't build your base out of stone, good job. They will, however, still try and destroy your base. They will try and destroy you. They're kind of like little Australian mice. Don't get me wrong, they can't kill you, but they want to. Yeah. I could fill that in, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm digging all of that out anyways, so that would be a moot point. I could reduce everything up above to half slabs. That would reduce some of the situation here. Do I want to get rid of this? Yeah, I do. Okay. So, as you might have noticed, I am digging out all of this in order to drop this ceiling down. If you haven't noticed that, that's what I'm doing. This is the mine shaft that I've been excavating beneath. As you can see, I have a cactus here. The cactus has a string on top, so it cannot grow. All the way at the other end of this rail is another cactus. But the majority of what I need to do is get rid of all of these silverfish that are making noise up above or below. I can't really figure out which. However, I plan to excavate until I locate them all, or at least until I have a nice air barrier, nice air buffer surrounding my base, so that I do not have the concern of silverfish invading my base. This does, however, mean I need to have 2 tall air buffer on all directions, because if a silverfish lands atop my base, I don't want it to vanish into the ceiling above my base. I want it to instead just run around until it falls off my base, and then, you know, falls into probably a magma block trap down here. I need to retrieve more pickaxe so that I can do more digging. So I shall do that now. I also should go ahead and merge a majority of these blocks that I have excavated. And the redstone... I got a lot of redstone blocks there. Yeah, yes, of course. Is there anything else I want? I suppose I want some more torches. The reason I want the torches is because I want jack-o'-lanterns. Right, I need polished granite. Technically speaking, I should go ahead and polish the rest of these stones as well. Specifically the 1.18 types of stones, because I'm storing them over here in their polished variant form, so that they do not take up too much extra storage space. Okay. And then the cobblestone. I think I have enough cobblestone to last me for just a little while. Just a few millennia. No, nothing too major. Just a few dozen thousand years. He says as he deposits 9 stacks of cobblestone. So yeah, that's my cobblestone. And then over in this chest, I have redstone components. I have coal. I have my lapis. Some fence gates. Some iron. Some dirt on hand. Yeah. And somewhere in here, I was supposed to have iron pickaxes, but I think I used them all up. Yeah, looks like I used them all up. Okay, so let me grab this one. And then go boop. And then boop. Then I'll just make a bunch of stone pickaxes. Making, let's see, how many did I just make? A dozen? Yeah, that seems about right. Put all the cobblestone away in my inventory. I will likely need to... Really? Okay, whatever. I was like, what? Really? I took damage from that? Then I counted it and it's like, oh yeah, I was probably like a block off the ground and then I just fell 5 blocks. That actually makes sense. It doesn't look like it would hurt, but yeah, that much will actually hurt you just a little bit. Yeah. I went through a lot of iron just excavating the small amount of area that I did excavate. The quality of this excavation is, of course, not exactly the best. However, the fact that I am able to continue excavating with stone pickaxes without the need of an iron pickaxe just constantly is decent enough. I'm happy with that, as long as I don't need to worry too much about things like oh, that's one thing I could add down here, actually. I could hook the Kelp Farm up down here so that I have a furnace down here that's just always supplied with blocks of kelp. And then I could have it set to overflow down here, since this will just be a little single furnace array, you know, one furnace. And then up above, I can do an actual super smelter. That being said, the super smelter would probably do the most good down here. And once this pickaxe breaks, I'll switch over to the shovel, go back and dig that dirt. I'll actually dig out the next dirt as well. Yep, as I figured, that was all I needed. Okay. Onwards to the next pickaxe. Now you can see why I reserved so many spaces for for the cobblestone. As you can see, I go through a lot of stone, which of course means I generate a lot of cobblestone, because when you break stone, if you're not using Silk Touch, it drops cobblestone. That looked almost like a silverfish with the rate it was breaking. Weird. Maybe I just hit a little bit of lag or something. I don't know. Oh, maybe it was cobblestone. That could have done it. But yeah, the excavation is going nicely, as you can see, quite clearly. The upgrades that I performed on the floor above are definitely helping accelerate the excavation of this entire area. as I just sweep back and forth across the land, just digging everything out. This is more of a protective measure, as well as expanding. I want to actually drop the floor up here down to the floor down here, and then I'll have this nice big open expanse that I can run around in. However, in the meantime, I have an idea. First off, oops. Okay. So I keep hearing these silverfish, wondering where they are. Yeah, you can see up ahead, they are definitely creating problems. So it's a good thing that I'm excavating down here, because if I didn't, then these silverfish would for sure start destroying the area underneath my base, as well as probably the area above my base. However, I don't think I can actually currently see the area above my base. I really do need to look into one of those texture packs that allows me to just X-ray monsters through the ground. Get that Superman vision going on, you know? That would allow me to, of course, spot the monster eggs more easily, the whole 9 yards. It'd be great, but, you know, it's a little bit cheaty, but it's definitely worth it for cleaning up around the base, because I don't really want to have to deal constantly with silverfish just always spawning in. It's rather annoying because I have filled in some rather extensive tunnels already, and I don't want to have to fill in more extensive tunnel work, but I probably will need to because of the way silverfish are. It's just the way they are, you know? Yeah, you can see the deep dark room there on the right, and then we've got this room that we're approaching. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dig down to this one, because if I don't, they're just gonna keep going. Put a torch down. Okay, I have managed to locate Bedrock. So I'm decently deep underground. Now I just need to locate where this nest is. Yeah, this nest right here. So this is a silverfish nest, as you can see. There are silverfish running around in this thing somewhere. It is up to me to locate them and then remove them by force. Usually with lots of hitting and stabbing and angry yelling. Sometimes cute angry yelling, but mostly just angry yelling. Because silverfish are annoying. As you can see, since these were little cowards and decided to not fight, I now need to excavate all of this. Now here's a little trick for fighting silverfish. One, you gotta make sure you clear out the block above as well as below, because they can merge into the ceiling the moment they spawn in. So you gotta be careful of that. That's very annoying when they do, but yeah, they can do that. That being said, however, there are certain blocks that they cannot merge into. Okay, I'm guessing the other silverfish I'm hearing are actually over here. Oh, found it. Ah, they broke my helmet. Kind of batting me around a lot here. Yeah, you can see, like, they're brutal on the armor durability here. However, it seems I got them all. And yeah, you can see why you want you can see why you want to get rid of them now. Because I didn't dig any of this stone out. This was all silverfish. There's a lot of material missing here. Just in order to take inventory of it all, I just kind of have to clear cut at y=5 until I have completely encapsulated the entire area. All the way up to y=11 or 14 or wherever I put my base, really. Yeah, it's kind of annoying because I have to dig all of this out. I actually need to just dig all of this down to bedrock because they can't dig through bedrock. They can't infest bedrock. So basically my base down to bedrock and then fill it in with cobblestone. That's the plan. Because it's really the only way to make sure I got rid of all of them in a nest of this size. Because I've seen it where they just let their friends get completely slaughtered and they didn't care. You know, they were like, oh, you killed all my friends. How mean of you. I'm going to sit here in my silverfish egg. And it's like, bro, you're supposed to pop out. I killed like 7 of your friends. They're just like, yeah, no, I'm just going to sit here. It's like, bruh. You know. There we go. There's the pumpkin. Okay, so as you can see, I'm quite far below my base. Yet, this is where all of the silverfish were congregating. So I need to go through and make sure that all of this area has no silverfish whatsoever. All the way over to quite a sizable area, really. Because I have to check the ceiling and the floor, and since there's also ore down here, such as that emerald over there, I just need to basically dig it all out. This is a good opportunity for me to dig it all out. So I'm going to, as they say, seize the day, carpe diem. Then, let's see. I'll excavate here as well. Yeah, I just need to fill in all of this rock around the bedrock. I, of course, need to eat as well, since the silverfish did a number on my health, they did a number on my armor, they broke a few pieces of my armor, a few other tidbits of miscellaneous bits of damage, but the majority of it was armor and health. And since the health regenerates, the armor is really the only major loss. I don't really need to fill in all of this cobblestone. I do, however, want to fill in all of this cobblestone, as there is quite a sizable chunk of land to cover. I will leave that too wide gap there. A, because it has a lantern lighting it, so nothing can spawn in there. B, because I want to actually exit out the way I came. Now I need to check if these blocks are safe so that I can just fill this in. Theoretically, I could be just expanding all the way down to y equals 5. It would be decently advisable. It would take forever because I have to, dig. But that would get me down to bedrock level, so every now and then I just randomly find bedrock on the floor, like right there, and there, and there. It would look nice. Right, I need to retrieve those emeralds. Yes. This is, in fact, a troubling task. However, I think I have an idea of how to handle this task. break that block. Now I break these blocks. There we go. I got a path down to the emeralds. I'm happy. Oh, emerald, singular. I also want to carve this path out over here so that I have a path back to the base. I don't know why I'm a block lower than I should have been, but okay. It is what it is. Ah, this was why. So this was something that was not included in that lovely raid that I just performed. There appears to be a silverfish trapped in one of these blocks here somewhere. The dead giveaway is that when I start punching it, it will easily and rapidly break. However, I do not see any signs of silverfish. How odd. Maybe I just never filled it in. Weird. Okay. It is what it is. Right. Iron pickaxe. What? Why was I suddenly looking at the floor? Okay. So this is going to cause me a little bit of damage, simply by virtue of suffocation. Oh, I managed to make it up without suffocating. How many phantoms do I get? They're technically supposed to spawn somewhere on ground level and then fly up, but they appear up above. I won't tempt fate. I've been down there a while. I really don't want to tempt that one because it's been a long while that I've been down there. Let me restock the furnace a little bit. I shall go ahead and sleep, despite the fact that it's like an hour that my character is sleeping. It still resets the time since they've slept, so it still helps a lot because it means that the phantoms can't spawn anymore. You know, for 2 chickens, they are quite productive. That's all that's in there. It's just 2 chickens. So you can see you can already see the benefits of having an automatic chicken farm. There we go. And this is, of course, just a sticky piston hooked up to an observer that's just extending and retracting. Yeah. When on, this observer retracts to look at that observer, and then that observer updates to deploy the egg and lava blade. It's just a small little dual action system. It's not very complicated, not very involved. I shall place a torch now, and then I'll retrieve it before I go down. I still have not reinstalled my Minecraft, obviously. I'm kind of just hoping I can wait until the 1.17 update. Oh, where'd that Enderman get the block this time? So an Enderman keeps stealing blocks of dirt from around my base. And then, of course, they'll plant them around my base. It's kind of annoying. Okay, you're just freaking out, so I'm just gonna boop you. Oh, wise guy, eh? Ha! Oh, you little... Gotcha. Yeah, now what? Ooh, 2 leather. That's actually really awesome. You, what do you trade? 2 emerald for glowstone. Ooh, podzol. I suppose really the glowstones. The glowstone, the podzol, and the sea pickle are really the only things I'd want from him. But his trades are kind of trash. Just a little bit. They're not the best deals. They're not the worst deals, but they're not the best deals. I want to be able to get up there, so I need to dig out a staircase into this cliff face here. Just so that I can climb the cliff and retrieve the loot. Boop, 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 boop. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Now I can switch to the shovel. Okay. Now that I've gotten this high up, I can do a nice little turn here, and that allows me to just finish climbing up here. Now I can just make my way down here. Harvest up these potato crops. Make sure I didn't miss any. It appears I already am holding 2 stacks of potatoes. As you can see, the planting process goes by fairly quickly. I simply need to harvest them and then just plant them. I know some people like to play in very limited survival type worlds. I think one group decided to have a server run on a 100 by 100 map, which is extremely insane. I have played some of the small maps of Minecraft. The small maps are extremely limited in resources. So the fact that they were able to get as much material as I saw them have in the little YouTube shorts that I saw was relatively impressive. However, at the same time, the majority of their progress was just repetition. You know, wait for the wandering trader, capture the wandering trader, keep the wandering trader safe, and then, you know, repeat the process. Very straightforward. Just takes time. If you don't have time, then you're probably not going to enjoy Minecraft. Minecraft is a game mostly about just taking vast quantities of time to perform some action as you navigate the ways to automate things and the ways to explore your world. There is, of course, more to it than that. You know, it's a sandbox survival construction game. Some people play in creative mode, but I find creative mode to be extremely boring because you can just do anything. You know, it's like, well, I don't want to be able to just do anything. You know, I want to be able to build something. I want it to actually be worthwhile. I want it to be a good investment. Let me deposit some of these potatoes. There we go. Oh, I heard the composter. I'm like, who is planting around here? It's the composter filling up. If I time my jump right, I should be able to see. Well, as I say that, I managed to time the jump right, and I still don't see. The composter gets this little texture whenever it fills up and then empties from the hopper, which is supposed to denote the bone meal from the full composter. And this should give me exactly 1 stack of sugarcane. I love how it measures out so exactly, because I didn't plan that. I did not count how much sugarcane there would be when I started growing it. So the fact that it measures out to exactly 1 stack of sugarcane is pretty awesome. Yep, there it is. Oh. I must have knocked out some sugarcane somewhere. Yep, here it is. See? Still 1 stack of sugarcane. I didn't knock out any other sugarcane, did I? No, looks like it's all good. And then for storage, I want the one behind it. There we go. This one holds the potatoes, as well as the bone meal. Retrieve said bone meal. Run it through a crafting table, make bone blocks. Deposit the bone blocks, deposit the bone meal. Let's see. Retrieve the random cooked mutton as well as white wool, just laying on the ground casually. What else? Ah, right, the pumpkins. Of course, can't forget the pumpkins. 22 pumpkins. So, this automatic pumpkin farm is very straightforward. The pumpkins are growing in that little cage up there. There is a detection system that is detecting the pumpkins growing. There's an Enderman in my base. There's an angry Enderman in my base. A very, very angry Enderman. Come on, Enderman. I know you're still in the area. Where'd you go? You little runt. Get over here. I'm looking at you. Gotcha. Got that ender pearl too. So yeah, the ender pearl will come in very handy. I will need to head to the nether to retrieve some magma cream in order to make those into an Eye of Ender. I will then be able to locate an end fortress. So that's a dozen. I'm getting a lot of lag simply because it is nighttime. Since I have so many torches everywhere, the number of monsters is limited by the spawnable areas. And since I have, such a wide swath of land revealed, the spawnable area is extremely small, meaning all of the monsters are just spawning on top of each other, basically, because there's nowhere else to go, causing quite a lot of lag. However, I plan to remedy this by simply chopping down the tops of the mountains nearby, and then I shall excavate down to the mine down below. I do plan to eventually just hollow out this entire area down here. I still have a lot of decorating to do. For example, I could decorate the pumpkin farm a lot better. So many things are breaking right now. Okay, let's go make another axe. Since that's now a thing we gotta do. There we go. I knew the axe was going to break soon. It was just a matter of when. For those who are curious, know that beehive back there does not contain any bees. So sadly, my supply of honey is quite throttled at the moment. I have 2 bottles of honey. I managed to keep angering the bees as I tried to harvest the beehive. So the bees all died, sadly. However, there is a beehive near the base, and on top of hiccups. And on top of that, I am able to make use of a method of growing my own beehives. I don't need to rely on just random spawning beehives. I can actually wow, that's almost perfect. It's 1 block short of another stack. But yeah, I don't have to rely on randomly generated beehives. I can